Hi students, I hope all of you are at good health. Today we will be having our next revision video lesson on chapter 4, that is atom, molecules and radicals. Now in today's video lesson we will be recapitulating or going through more internal questions and answers based on the previous video lessons on chapter 4. So let us begin with our video lesson today. Now first question is, what are atoms? Now atoms are the smallest indivisible particle of an element that may or may not have an independent existence. Okay, for example, as you can see over here, I am having a key along with the lock. Now, if you properly analyze the key, you all will see that it is made up of iron. Though it is plated with zinc outside, but internally it is made up of iron. Now, if we see the iron key more vividly, we will see they are made up of the molecules of iron. And also, the molecules of iron are in turn made up of the atom of iron. And if you all want to further divide this molecule of iron into more constituent parts, if you want to separate the parts from each other, you all will not be able to do so. So, therefore, atom is the smallest indivisible particle of an element that may or may not have an independent existence. Our next question is, name the fundamental particles of an atom. Now, on the right hand side, I have drawn the structure of atom in a zoom form. Now, if you carefully observe the structure of atom, students, you will see in the center we will be getting the proton and neutron. Okay, and this together is known as the nucleus, and surrounding the proton we will be getting electron. Now, this fundamental particle of atom is then electron, which surrounds and continuously revolve around the nucleus, which is having a negative charge with a negligible mass. Next, in the center we have proton, which is having unit mass 1 along with a positive charge, and neutron, which also lies in the center along with proton. It don't have any charge of its own, but it is having a mass of unit 1. So we can understand the entire mass of an atom lies in the center. And atom is electrically neutral, students, because the positive charge which lies outside the nucleus balances the positive charge of proton inside. Okay, so atom, the fundamental particles are electron, proton, neutron, and also atom is electrically neutral. Next is, state the main characteristics of John Dalton theory. First of all, according to John Dalton, atom is the smallest particle of matter. As I showed you in the previous question, students, and in our previous video lessons also, whatever you all see around you, be it living matter or non-living matter, at the smallest unit, they are made up of atom. Okay? An atom on joining together forms the molecule. Molecule further joins to form element, compounds, and so on. Now, atom is therefore the smallest particle of matter. Now, atom is indivisible. Now, why atom is indivisible? Because if we try by any physical or chemical means, we cannot separate the fundamental units of atom, that is electron, proton and neutron, from each other. They will always lie together within an atom. Next is, atoms of same elements are all same but differ from other elements. Like, for example, if we take the molecule hydrogen and if we take the molecule helium, we will see that the atom of hydrogen has all the property of that particular element, like it supports combustion, it is highly reactive, whereas the atoms of helium are not at all reactive, they are inert. They cannot react with any other molecules, and therefore we can see that atoms of same elements are all same. That means atom of hydrogen will have all the character of the element hydrogen, whereas atom of helium will have all the characteristics of the element helium. Next is, an atom of an element exhibit all properties of that element, as I said just now. Next and the last point, according to John Dalton, is atoms can neither be created nor be destroyed. Like energy, we said, like matter also we said. Now matter is anything which surrounds us. Like air is matter, water is matter, whatever you all see around, everything is matter. Now matter is made up of this tiny units called atom. Now as matter can neither be created nor be destroyed, so does the atom, which can neither be created nor be destroyed. So I hope the characteristics are clear to you all. Next is, what is a molecule? Now, a molecule is the smallest particle of pure substance which has independent existence. It exhibits all properties of that pure substance. Now, what does this pure substance mean, students? Now, if you just look at this lock and key, what I said, they are not only made up of iron, but rather they are coated with zinc all around, as you all can see. Okay? And few more substances. Now, when many elements will be present together, it will no more be a pure substance. Whereas if you consider only the oxygen molecule, okay, that is the gas oxygen, you can see all of you over here, you can see that no other element are in combination with this oxygen. Therefore, oxygen here is the pure substance. Now this oxygen is made up of, you can see, two atoms of oxygen, as we know that symbol for oxygen is O. You have already learned this. So how many atoms are present in oxygen? Two atoms. Now this two atom together forms the molecule. Okay, it forms the molecule. Okay. In the second case, as you all can see, this is the ozone. Now ozone, the formula is O3 and oxygen is O2. That means in case of ozone, how many molecules will be there? Molecule will be one. But atom is how many? 1, 2, 3. So this is again a molecule. Okay. So students, molecules means the smallest particle of pure substance, as you all can see, which has an independent existence and it exhibits all properties of that pure substance. That means over here, the molecule of oxygen has all the property with that of oxygen, like it supports combustion. Whereas ozone, it is having 3 atoms of oxygen and it's a molecule which is formed of 3 atoms. Again, the molecule of oxygen and molecule of ozone will differ from each other because they are becoming some other compound, other elements, and so on. So I hope you understood what is the meaning of a molecule. Next is, what is atomicity? Now, atomicity means, students, the number of atoms of an element that join together to form a molecule of that element. Okay? Now, what is happening? Let us see. Now, in phosphorus, which is having a symbol P, you can see total 4 atoms are joined together to form a single molecule of phosphorus. Now, this is the molecule, okay, which forms phosphorus. So, here the atomicity will be, in case of phosphorus, it will be 4. Okay? Whereas in case of oxygen, how many atoms are combining together? It is 2. Again, this is also forming the molecule. But over here, since 2 atoms are joined together to form a molecule, therefore atomicity will be 2. So, this is atomicity of an element. Okay, similarly in case of ozone, we saw that 3 atoms join together to form a molecule of ozone. Therefore, atomicity of ozone will be 3. My next question is, define monoatomic, diatomic, triatomic and polyatomic molecules. First of all, monoatomic means molecules which consist of only one atom. As students, you all can see, in case of helium, only one atom is there, that is He. Therefore, this is an example of monoatomic molecules. Next is diatomic molecule. It means what, students? Where molecule consists of two atoms. For example, we have chlorine, we have hydrogen, we have oxygen. As you all can see that two atoms are combining together to form one molecule. So this is diatomic. And what is triatomic? Now, these are molecules which consist of three atoms. For example, ozone, you can see three atoms have combined together to form an ozone molecule. And the last one is polyatomic molecule, which means molecule which consists of more than three atoms. For example, sulfur. Phosphorus, I have already shown you that it consists of four atoms. And here I have shown sulfur, which is S8. Means it consists of how many atoms of sulfur? You can count also, students. Rather, I am marking you for you all. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here are 8 atoms which are present together. Thus, it's an example of polyatomic molecule. Just see the board once more for a brief recapitulation of the thing. I hope you have understood this. So our next question is, students, what are radicals? Now, radical is an atom of an element or group of atoms of different elements that behave as a single unit. Now, as all of you can see, students, what I said is an atom of an element, or it may be group of atoms of different elements. Now you can see over here, students, I have taken the example ammonium, whose formula is NH4. Now you can see there in this radical ammonium, we are having one atom of nitrogen, which is surrounded by 4 atoms of hydrogen. Though it seems that it's a different it seems that different elements are combined together to form a compound, but over here we will see that atoms of different elements are linked together, but they are behaving as a single unit. Okay, like ammonium has its own characteristics property, it has its own physical properties, and generally it is formed due to dissolving of ammonia in water. Okay, the details process is not required in this primary stage, but remember that radicals are nothing but, it may be an atom of element or group of atoms together which behave as a single unit. Okay, like for example, if you take the example of calcium, calcium is also made up of one atom only, and chlorine, which is again made up of 2 atoms. Now, though it is made up of 2 atoms, but again this negatively charged so these are radical, students. I hope you have understood this. Next is, students, how many types of radicals are there and name them. Now there are 2 types of radical, students. One is the acid radical and The second is the basic radical. Now, we will be learning about this too once more, that what do you mean by an acid and a basic radical. Okay, so acid radical means, students, it's a group of non-metallic atom with negative charge. Okay, now students, as I have already explained you that this positive and negative charge is develops due to either donating or gaining the valence shell electron. Since the acid radicals are a group of atoms where they are generally gaining electron from other substances, atoms or compounds, therefore they are acid radical. For example, chlorine, Cl minus. The Cl minus means, students, -1. That means each radical of chlorine accepts one valence electron. Next, it is CH3COO minus, that is also again having -1 valency, which means this radicals which behaves as a unit again gains one electron from other elements or substances or radicals. Next is basic radical. Now, they are group of metallic atom with positive charge. Then again, this positive charge, as you all can see, it is in case of NH4, it is +1. And this +1 indicates that it has donated one electron to some other radicals, elements or compounds, atom, so that chemical reaction can occur. Therefore, they are basic radical. Apart from this, there are more examples like calcium can again be a basic radical. This is, we write either as Ca++ or Ca+2 ion, like this also we write. Okay. So students, I hope you have understood the meaning of radicals today. Yeah, I'm showing you the board once more. Next is, students, what are ions? Now, ions are electrically charged atom or group of atoms formed either due to gaining or losing electrons are called ions. That means, as I said, students, that atoms are electrically neutral because if the atom has not undergone a chemical reaction, then the number of electrons balances, rather the charge of electrons which is revolving around the nucleus balances the positive charge of the proton present within the nucleus. But while chemical combination as shown below in case of magnesium chloride, that is MgCl2, what happens? Magnesium, it donates 2 electrons to chlorine. Therefore, atom of magnesium becomes positively charged due to donation of this electron, and now it is known as magnesium ion, students. Okay, that means Mg, when we write Mg, it is an atom, but when we write Mg+2, means it has already donated 2 electron, it is known as ion. Again, chlorine, it's an atom, electrically neutral. But when magnesium will be donating the electron to this to chlorine, then chlorine becomes Cl minus, means this chlorine gains one electron and this chlorine atom also gains one electron. And after gaining that electron, it becomes an ion. So what is ion? Ion is nothing but an atom which is electrically charged. And why it is electrically charged? Due to either gaining or losing of electron. So to sum up, students, let us differentiate between atom and molecules once. Now, atom is the smallest particle of an element, whereas molecules, it is the smallest particle of pure substance. Again, pure substance, we know, students, it is made up of a single kind of or similar kind of elements. That means atom is the smallest and a little bigger than this atom, or rather atoms join together to form the molecules. Therefore, atom is the smallest indivisible part of an element,